Today, we're talking about the woman who married her zombie doll. Hello, welcome. Welcome to my channel. My name is Felicia and this is the Spooky Spot. I love all content that has to do with creepy and spooky and haunted and paranormal and just weird. So that is why we are here today. I make some content on TikTok that I will have here so that you can follow. And I just thought that I would bring it to YouTube. I like to blab a lot. This is just for my longer content loving friends, okay? I personally love to sit down and listen to people just talk about spooky, scary things, and I like to talk about them myself. And on TikTok, you can't really talk for that long. I have the 10-minute option, like where you can talk for 10 minutes, but anyways, it just doesn't feel appropriate. So I thought I'd bring it here where I can just babble for long periods of time and you could choose to listen or not. Anyway, today we're talking about the woman who married her zombie doll, or a zombie doll, okay? Her name is Felicity. This is Felicity. And she is from the United States. She, I believe, is 23 years old. And when she was 10, okay, she found this doll, whose name is Kelly, on a creepy collection site of some sort. Anyway, I think she might have just been into creepy things, right? Like some of us are. Anyway, so her dad said that if she got good marks, she could then get Kelly, okay? She was 10 years old. So that's what she did. You know, good for her. She got her good marks. She did what she had to do. And when she was 13, she acquired Kelly. And now she says that she was just friends with Kelly for some time. She only fell in love with Kelly when she was about 16 years old. And she always saw Kelly as an older person. Like, I think, like I read recently that Kelly just turned 40. And there was an older article where Kelly was 37. So, but she mentions that she always saw Kelly as an older person. And like, this is where it just gets a fucking creepy and spooky to me, okay? How do you see a doll that looks like this, okay, let alone just a fucking doll, okay, as a person with an age, or just as a person, that's already, like, things are going off in my head, okay, about maybe this just isn't a doll, all right? I feel bad because she says, first of all, Felicity seems really sweet, okay, and she says that Kelly helps her with her depression, which you do what you got to do, you know? And she's also, you know, like been through some stuff we all have, right, in our lives. And maybe this is a way of her coping with that. Maybe it's untreated mental illness. I don't know. Okay, like it could be a lot of things that make sense. But what doesn't make sense to me is that, like, how is she seeing... First of all, okay, let me put this out there. Dolls scare the absolute fucking shit out of me, okay? Nothing scares me more than a doll, all right? My only super fucking creepy paranormal experience, if you will, my fucking experience, what I'm pretty sure was the damn devil, had to do with a doll, okay? They will always scare me. Will I continue to watch scary things about dolls? Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. I like to be spooked. I like to be creeped. I love it, okay? I hate it. Love-hate relationship. You know what I mean? Like when the lights go down at night, like when the lights close at night and I have to sleep, I'm not a fucking fan. But any other time, I'm a fan, okay? So, I just want to put that out there. So to me, when I'm reading that somebody has a relationship with a doll that like doesn't seem like they made it up themselves, it just like so things are going off, especially when it fucking looks like this, like I said, right? Okay, anyways, so She falls in love with Felicity. Felicity falls in love with Kelly. And she says that she's really kind to her. She treats her well. She understands her. So she's finding comfort in this, okay? Where you would fall in love? I don't know. So that's what's getting me. You know, like maybe Felicity isn't crazy. Maybe there's something more going on there. I mean, look, to each their own, but that's just what I'm thinking. Anyway, many possibilities. And that's why we're here, to talk about it. So listen, okay? She has other dolls. She has other ones. She has a collection. Kelly's the only one she has a relationship with. She marries Kelly. Okay, so she has a wedding. All the dolls are there. Her family, I believe she has like some family and friends that come. They have an actual ceremony. There's videos of this on YouTube. You can go see it. She actually even does like a few interviews. And that's where I'm getting this information from, at least. Okay, so time goes on. Married to Kelly. She gets kicked out of, I read that she gets kicked out of her family member's home with her dolls, and I unfortunately believe that she was homeless for some time. But she has since found an apartment where her, Kelly, and her other dolls live as a happy family. But she has a relationship with another doll. And this is him right here. Okay? This right here, or wherever I decide to put the picture, okay? Her life-size alien doll, creepy doll. His name is Robert. So she's in a relationship with Robert as well, but because she is lesbian, she does not have sexual relations with Robert, only Kelly. Kelly is supportive of her relationship with Robert. Okay? So there's not only one doll. It started with one when I searched it up. Now it's two. She also has children. Rachel, 10, Holly, Billy, Luna, all 8, Molly, 6, and Gremley. Am I reading that correctly? Anyways, she has zombie children dolls as well. Okay. Weird in itself, all right? But what's like extra weird to me is just, I want to talk about how maybe, and just maybe, these dolls are possessed or something, okay? That's where my head goes. When I see these, my head goes to, they have spirits in them. Like, people do that, right? People like collect dolls for that reason. People collect dolls because they are friends with the spirits that now have taken over them. And again, to each their own. I could never, but I mean, doesn't mean other people can't, right? Like, she's not hurting anybody or doing anything wrong. Like, she's like, I mean, like, wrong. You know what I mean? Like, she's not hurting anybody or doing anything wrong to anybody. So I don't see a problem with it. I'm just spooked by it. I'm actually very intrigued by it. Mostly, but spooked because they look, I honestly think I would be spooked regardless of what they look like. The fact, if you're going to tell me you're in a relationship with a dog, I would hope not, with a doll, I'm going to be fucking spooked. Listen, like, if you tell me even just talk to your dolls, like, I'm spooked. There's somebody in there. There's somebody in there. You cannot tell me that this woman decided to just pick up this doll. Like, why this one? You know what I mean? Anyway, they have matching tattoos. They have matching necklaces that they go out to eat together. There was a point in time where she mentions that when she was kicked out of her family's home, she was in a relationship with an actual human, and things just didn't go right. Was it Kelly? Did Kelly do it? You know, I don't know. Look, listen, it's probably easy to be in a relationship with a doll if there's nobody in there, considering they can't tell you anything. Like, are they even gonna argue? Do they argue? She says they don't. I'm not shocked by that. So that's the story of Felicity and Kelly, really. This is a real person, so it gets updated, you know, her life goes on. She lives, you know, she lives and lets live. She goes on. And so with that being said, more things come. Will she be in a relationship with another doll? Will she have more babies? Why do they look this way? I don't know. I need answers. Is she okay? And if she is she really? I'm scared of Kelly. I'm scared of Kelly. I do wonder if her family kicked her out because of the dolls. I would kick out the dolls out of my house. The dolls wouldn't even be in my house to begin with. Anyways, okay. Now, Felicity isn't the only woman who is married to a doll. As I was searching this up, I found another woman who is married to what you would call a rag doll, I guess. And her name is, I'm gonna have her name on screen because I'm definitely gonna butcher it when I'm trying to say it. It's so funny because I feel like I don't ever have a hard time with names or pronunciations. But the thing is, if I'm recording myself in any way, or if I just can't pronounce names anymore. Anyway, so I'm just gonna write it down and I'm gonna try and pronounce it. But it's Mary Vaughn. She claims that this doll is her soulmate. How did she meet this doll, you ask? Well, she was complaining about being single and having nobody to dance with or to go to a dance with, and so her mom made her this doll. She said that it was love at first sight when her mother made her this doll. And they have since gone on to have a baby. She says that the birth was not painful. Now, I'm not shocked. And she says that it took her about 37 minutes to give birth to her child. But before they had that child, they got married. They had a wedding with 270 people who attended. Yeah, I don't think I can get 270 people to attend a wedding of me marrying an actual person. But anyways, good for them. Seems as though she has some supportive people in her life, considering, I don't know, maybe people were attending it because, I mean, you tell me you're marrying a doll, I'm there. I'm bringing a gift. I forgot to mention that her husband's name, the doll, his name is Marcelo. They get married. It's love at first sight. She says that their relationship is great because they do not argue. He doesn't tell her anything. He, as you can imagine, as you can imagine. I mean, hey, again, I'm here because I'm thinking some of these dolls, I don't know about this one, but I'm thinking some of these are like the ones that we were talking about, like Felicity's dolls. I feel like they're possessed. So I'm certain that they're telling you things. You know what I mean? But this one, I don't know. So I believe her when she says that they're not bothered. He doesn't bother her and that they don't fight and that he doesn't tell her anything and that they have a perfect relationship because it's a doll. A doll that her mom made. So I can see how there's maybe a little bit of a connection there, or so she received something nice from her mom. I'm sure she loves her mom. When you receive something and you just have an extra special connection with it because you've been given it from somebody you care about, or it's been gifted to you. You know what I mean? So that I can understand, but the whole having to marry the doll, I don't know. Do you think her mom made it for her as a joke? It was you're so fucking annoying. You're always complaining about being single. And you can't find yourself a man. So here, have this doll. And then her daughter ends up wanting to marry the doll. I wonder what her mom thought about that. Was she happy that her daughter is finally married and not single? Or does she think she made a mistake? There's pictures of her in an actual hospital with this baby she had. So I don't know, do people just go along with other people's delusions? I don't know. Is it maybe helping her mental health in some way? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not, clearly. Evaluate her. Maybe she's being evaluated by a psychologist. I don't know. I'm gonna need this information. So she says that the wedding was very wonderful, very important to her, and very emotional. It did rain, but she still had a wonderful time. So she does say that marriage isn't always easy. He has many great qualities. The only downside is that he is lazy and he doesn't work at all. He's a doll. Like, does she know? Like, look, if you're not gonna marry a doll and then complain that he doesn't do anything. You don't get to do that, okay? You don't get to complain unless like a really lazy spirit went into a doll. Like, I die one day, I go into a doll. That sounds horrible. I don't even want to think about that. Like, if I die and then like I decide to go put my spirit into a doll where I can be manhandled by people, and like I'm certain once you can get the doll to move and do things, like you're limited. You're limited. I feel like I can do a whole video on just talking about dolls and like how they're possessed and stuff like that. Stay tuned for that, or like let me know what you want me to talk about in one of those if you wish. I think that brings us to the end of this video. Conclusion is, these women have married dolls. One of them in which I'm certain is possessed. What do you think? Is there something I'm missing? Am I just being an asshole? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Do you know about anybody else that married a doll? Are you married to a doll? Why? I'd love to talk to you if you are. Are you getting married to a doll? Will you invite me to your wedding? I'd be there. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed anything that maybe you know that I don't and that I didn't see. Let me know if you'd like to hear more. Let me know if you'd like to hear more about dolls in general. And just, I don't know, maybe let me know what you'd like to talk about. Anything spooky, scary, weird, paranormal, out of this world. Thank you for listening. Check out my TikTok. I post pretty frequently there, and it's in short form content, of course, so it's like pretty packed into one if you're like me and don't really have like that long of an attention span all the time, so it comes in pretty handy. I will be here at least once a week, maybe twice, and I'm looking forward to talking with you and listening to what you have to say. If you have a story, let me know. Anyways, I will see you in my next video. Have yourself a good day, good evening, good night. Take care of yourself. And once again, thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.